Aloha everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about the infamous false twin flame and why a lot of people are actually confused about who their twin flame are. And I'm just going to say off the bat that not everybody has a twin flame in this lifetime. So I have been on the journey for about 2 years now, and I actually had somebody before who I thought was my actual twin flame, but it's actually the shadow of the twin flame. And the reason why is because the 5D light can be so bright sometimes that, you know, when something is so bright, it's going to cast a shadow before the real thing comes into your life. Just as a test, more like, and also to prepare you mentally for the idea of a partnership, because most people that are in twin flame relationships, well, I guess it depends on the trauma, but for the most part, people that are in twin flame relationships aren't the type of people that can't be alone, you know, because a lot of the stuff that is brought up in a twin flame relationship is going to require alone time for you to look at and learn and evolve and see the dark side of yourself. So it's kind of sent as a test, the first false twin flame, I would say, and it's really interesting though, the whole idea of it, because I had a false twin flame and I never heard of the idea of twin flames before. So my false twin flame was this dude that I lived in a community house with when I first moved here, and it was the first time I experienced like telepathy and telepathy with another person, that besides like, yeah, it was the first time I experienced like a strong like energetic connection with somebody, because truth is, like, I had gone through my spiritual awakening a few years and I actually met my real twin flame, and I didn't realize it back then at the start of my spiritual awakening journey. So my false twin flame he was born on February 22nd and my real twin flame was born on January 22nd. So it's like the mirroring, right? And one comes before the two. People might get confused with like a soulmate or a twin flame, and I think the biggest like thing that sets them apart is that if you're in a twin flame relationship, you have a 5D mission. Like, if you're not gonna end up together when you cross over to the other side, when you ascend, then they're not your twin flame. And the whole point of a twin flame relationship is so both of y'all can ascend in this lifetime. So, and the thing is, not everybody is ready for that test. So just because you have a strong connection with somebody doesn't mean that you're a twin flame. If you're both not ready to ascend in this lifetime, then you haven't met your twin flame yet. The thing about my false twin flame, there's one synchronicity, like his name is very similar to the dude that I was with before. So the dude I was with before, let's say his name was Wilson. Let's say it was Will, and the new dude, the false twin flame, is very like obvious, but there's nothing deeper beyond like the surface level in terms of synchronicity. I think the false twin flame is really interesting because when I was like so naive back then, I thought this dude was my actual twin flame, and just from synchronicities I was experiencing, but now that I'm comparing it to like my actual twin flame, it's crazy. I can't even, like, the actual twin flame is probably like 10,000 times brighter than the false twin flame. So I met my actual twin flame like right when I was getting on the path, right? And it's like crazy because I just dropped out of college, I was vegan, I worked my first job ever, I was right about to move to another place with my brother, and boom, my twin flame walks in, and we were just friends at first because I knew we had like some kind of like connection, but you know, my spiritual centers weren't open then. So I was like, I thought it was just like the indigo connection because we were like talking about that stuff. And yeah, later on I came out here and I realized that it was something so much more when that's a different story. And it's crazy because he's an Aquarius with Aquarius sun and a Virgo moon, and so is my mom. And just certain things like that. Another thing that confirms that you're a twin flame couple is your astrology charts. So there are certain things you want to look at. I want to say like the Venus, your north and south node, as well as your moon signs, and also your 8th house, like what's going on in your 8th house, because that's like the house that Scorpio rules. It's like the dark hidden side of all the things that we don't want to address, right? And that's what is being triggered in a twin flame relationship. So for me, my twin flame has like a good 4 planets in north node in my 8th house, and my moon is in my twin flame's 8th house, and we both have Venus in Sagittarius, and we both are air rising signs, and we both have an earth moon in the 12th house. So it's also interesting to see like how they bring balance into your life, because I have no planets in my 4th house, which is the house of family, and that's like the house that he has the most planets in, and he has no planets in his 7th house, which is like the one-to-one partnership, and I have 3 planets there. So we really do bring like balance into each other's lives in certain ways, and it's crazy when we put our charts together. It's like a direct reflection almost of like just along the horizontal axis, along the equinox. I think one of the most beautiful things about the twin flame journey is like the journey of discovering, and it's crazy because I fall deeper, I rise higher in love with this person the more I like learn to love myself and become whole within myself. Like, we both were like childhood artists. Like, I used to get all the awards and stuff back in the day, and I actually went to school for art. Like, my portfolio got me in. And he was also like really advanced in his as a child, and over the years it kind of got buried. But when he came out here to visit me, we both like discovered this part about ourselves, and it's crazy because it's like a missing piece has finally been like resolved in the past. It's just crazy because the whole journey is like out of this world, and that's like the only way that I can describe it. So if you know for a fact that you're not coming back to be reincarnated, you know, then your twin flame is out there. All it requires is for you to really be working on the self-love and the self-work, and also healing, focused on your own healing, because that's like a big part of the journey. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope this brought some light to those of y'all that are on the journey. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Aloha.